Hi, this is Scott with Android Guys. I'm here with Luke.
Hello.
Hello, Luke.
How are you?
Oh, no. I get to ask you that.
Oh.
I'm the host. Don't get it all twisted around here.
Pull
How are
a
you?
fast one. I'm great.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. So we've been doing some bundled podcasts lately.
Yeah,
Where we talk about multiple products
sure. From one
from
person.
one particular brand.
Yeah.
So we've done a few of those already this year, and we're going to do that today.
Okay.
Today, you and I are going to tag team this one.
Yes.
We received 3 products from a brand.
Yes.
And you took 2 of them home.
Yep.
I took 1 of them. So we don't know what each of us thinks about these.
No.
We didn't do any type of like spoiler alert. Hey, I'm going to say this. This is what I found. Now, this is a brand that we've reviewed before.
Yes.
Different kinds of products, some speakers, some headphones.
Right.
I think maybe some earbuds.
Yep.
So it's EDIFIER.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about, I did some headphones,
Mhm.
wireless headphones. And what did you have?
I had a pair of earbuds, and then I also had some desktop speakers.
Okay. And yours kind of leaned into gaming, right?
Yeah, they were more gaming focused.
Okay. So mine was more everyman.
Yeah.
Maybe a very specific type of everyman.
Ooh, feel like you're leading a
So
little
not
bit.
everyman, I guess.
Yeah.
It's singular man. I don't know what is the opposite of everyman. These are designed for nobody. No,
Nope.
that's not the copy they want me to read.
That's the wrong thing.
No, these are the EDIFIER. Well, do you want to go first, or do you want?
No, you go ahead.
All right, give me just a second. How about you go first with one of yours,
Okay.
and then I'll be the burger to the bun.
All right.
All right. So start us off with tell me about the speakers.
The speakers. All right. So I got the EDIFIER G2000 gaming speakers. These are a desktop speaker set. There's just 2 speakers, no subwoofer or anything like that. But these are gaming speakers. And they definitely look like they would fit on a gamer's desk. Mostly because of the fact that they include a little bit of RGB lighting.
Okay.
They're designed, they're very cool looking, very sleek, small. They got a little bit of an angle tilt on them so that they're pointing kind of more up to you if they were sitting down on your desk. So something that you would put maybe like on each side of a monitor.
Yeah.
And they would point right at you.
So they look to me, at least in the photos, almost like a hexagon that might be just kind of pulled a little bit.
Yeah.
A little taller.
Sure.
Hexagon.
Yep.
And then from the photos, I could see what I'm assuming are the RGB lights kind of flank the sides.
Yeah. So the lighting is actually kind of interesting. There is a strip on either side of each speaker.
Okay.
And then there's a panel on the back of the speaker, a light panel.
Oh, okay.
And so if you have these on your desk and your desk is up against the wall, the light will actually project a little bit like onto your wall.
Like
and
a soft glow on the wall.
Give you a little bit of a color wash.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's a really interesting design, really cool design. I got the black ones. They come in a pink, a red color, and also white.
Okay.
The RGB is more of like a kind of soft, I don't want to say pastel color, but kind of that kind of color. It'll do blue, green, red, orange, and like a yellowish.
Yeah, it says 12 colors on the website, I think, or on Amazon.
Okay.
But the pictures, the things that I'm seeing kind of remind me of like, I would almost say like Monument Valley kind of color palette.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're not like maybe not full color RGB weight. So the blue isn't like dark blue, true blue. It's kind of like a lighter, softer blue.
Okay.
Anyway, these are very cool. They sound really good. These have the ability to be used in a multiple of inputs. They are Bluetooth, so you can hook them Bluetooth to your computer or to your phone or a tablet.
Okay.
You can go USB. You can go aux in. So there's multiple ways to connect to these. There are different sound modes too. So there is a gaming mode, but then there is also a movie mode and just a regular kind of computer mode, speaker mode.
Okay.
And the different modes have a different EQ kind of setting. So the gaming mode will be a little bit heavier on maybe some mids and some like it gives you some of that boom, but it's not quite as deep of bass as what the movie might have.
Okay.
There is a music mode too. So if you're just like listening to, YouTube music or Spotify or something on your computer or on your phone.
Is that more just generally balanced?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they all are pretty close to each other, but there are noticeable differences as you cycle through. There is a toggle switch on the side of one of the speakers that lets you control that inputs that listening EQ setting. It also is a button to toggle your sound up and down. You also can control your sound if you're connected through Bluetooth from your computer or from your phone volume, something like that. The side button is also where you control your light settings. So this will do just a solid color. It'll do a breathing. It will cycle the colors, kind of just an RGB cycle. It will do a pulse. So there's a couple different light modes too. And then also in that is the ability to power the speakers on and off.
Okay.
So they do have to be plugged in. There's no battery to them or anything like that. So you will plug them in and they are connected together. So the speakers, they're not like satellite speakers where you would set them on your desk wirelessly or anything like that. So there will be a cord running at least from the power. Now you can be true wireless with whatever you're connected to through Bluetooth if you want. Right. But you will still have a wire for power. But yeah, these things are really great. I really like the form factor of them. They were super easy to set up. I did have a little bit of a problem with the aux in. Okay. Trying to go from my laptop with an aux cable in. It wasn't giving me a full control of it. And it was being a little selective. It could have been just my computer settings. Ultimately, I switched to Bluetooth and I've been using them ever since on my computer, and they're great. I really like them. I like the light on the back side that washes onto the wall. I thought that was a really nice touch. Not something that I would have thought of. Normally with an RGB peripheral, you see the RGB. Right. And this is more, is less obtrusive.
Kind of casts it behind it.
Right.
Okay.
So it gives you kind of that feeling without, a light blinking in your face.
Yeah.
Because the most important thing on these is the sound coming at you versus the light coming at you.
So these are about $84. I'm looking on Amazon.
Yep.
Would you recommend them for that price?
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely think they are worth the price there. And then I have another product, but before I get into that, tell us about your headphones.
My turn. I'm going to talk about the WH500.
Okay.
These are wireless on-ear headphones. So on-ear means they're not going to completely envelop.
Sure.
They don't have like a ring that will rim your ear or wrap over your ear. They just kind of sit on them.
Yep.
These are they're foldable so that you can kind of like fold the cups under. and then they kind of swivel. So if you have them around your neck, you can kind of like swivel the cups out so you can wear them.
Sure.
These are very lightweight headphones.
Yeah.
They come in a couple of color options. I checked out the black, and they have like a neon green accent color along the ear, like the headband just above the ear. And then on the inside of the ear, the cushion is also like this neon green.
Okay.
You don't see it when you're wearing it, obviously.
Sure.
But other than that, that's the black and green. Then there's also blue with white accent. And then there's white with like what I'm assuming is maybe like an orange, soft orange.
Okay.
So I've checked out a number of Edifier products over the years.
Yeah.
And I always love them. I always look at them and go, ooh, that's built really nice.
Sure.
That's got solid quality. That feels nice. This was the first product that I took out of the box and thought, oh
no.
I don't know if these are going to be very good.
Okay.
They're so light.
Yeah.
And I think it comes down to the materials that they use.
Okay.
They're only $50.
Right.
So you start to think, what concessions, what am I giving up? What corners are going to be cut for some wireless headphones?
Sure.
The headphones have on the surface all outward appearances. I look at it and go, I don't know if that's an Edifier product. But everything else tells me it's an Edifier product.
Okay.
Quality.
Yeah.
Comfort.
Yeah.
The controls with the sound with the app, things like that. Battery life. All pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
And then, of course, just the audio quality of the sound. I felt the cushion. They don't have like a memory foam or anything like that. You just kind of look at them, and when you push in on it, you kind of look at it and go, oh yeah, man, I don't know. These don't look premium, but they're not trying to sell it as a premium.
Yeah.
Looking at the color scheme, looking at the price and the features, these are people who, I think they're going to target these two people who value the ability to just listen to music whenever they want without having to worry about battery.
Okay.
Without having to worry about, high-end audio. They just want good music with a thing that they don't have to worry about charging very often.
Okay.
So you're going to get about 40 hours of playtime out of these.
Wow.
Which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, for that price, that is a very generous battery.
Yeah.
These have a USB-C charge, and according to them, a 10-minute charge on that will give you about 6 hours of playback.
Wow.
So if you're heading out for the day and you're thinking, what am I packing? What am I taking with me? Oh, man, I forgot. I'm going to need my headphones. I haven't charged these things. First of all, they're probably going to have some charge left over.
Sure.
But while you're gathering your stuff or while you're eating breakfast, brushing your teeth, doing whatever, 10 minutes on the charge, you're going to be good for 6 hours. So you should be good for that day.
Yeah.
It's Bluetooth 5.2. You put them on, they're very comfortable.
Yeah.
They're very light. You hardly feel they're there. When you kind of hold them and twist them and do whatever with them, they feel like, I hate to say the word, cheap.
Sure.
But they don't feel ultra solid. They don't feel like, oh, never mind that.
Right.
So when it comes to build quality, that's probably the only, flaw, I would say. And I would just say it's the distinction of, here's where I think the price comes in. But when you listen to them, they sound amazing.
Yeah.
You put them on. I used to be under the impression that you had to have an over-ear headphone to truly kind of like lock that sound in.
Yeah.
And I learned along the way that on-ear can do that just as well. These do a very good job of kind of kissing your ear and folding and kind of meeting it everywhere and not giving too much pass-through of ambient sound.
Oh, nice.
You don't have to really mess with anything. You just play your music, and I think you'll find that it's very balanced.
Nice.
I tried a bunch of different music and podcasts, audiobooks, all the different stuff that I normally listen to, and I found that I read this thing wrong. I judged the book by its cover.
Sure.
So I would say if you happen to pick up a pair of these or somebody's got one and you're like, oh, these obviously They don't feel like they're going to be good. They are.
Nice.
I would say everything else is worthy of the Edifier name.
Nice.
And I would think that, somebody like my son, he's 19 and he just wants some headphones that he could just kind of throw on whenever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
If he stays the night at his buddy's house or plays games on his phone or happens to travel, they're really lightweight. I might like to see a travel pouch with them, like just a little sleeve, little bag or something you could cinch up. But I mean, I get it for $50.
Right.
You start to ask for quite a bit at that price. You're kind of silly.
Sure.
So I would definitely recommend these. These are the WH500. Again, the black with the neon green. The accents I don't think are going to matter much.
Sure. So
you would choose between like a white, black, or what I would say is maybe like a baby blue or powder blue option. But they're $50. You can find them on Amazon right now, and I would say that, put them on, listen to them. They sound great. Install the app, play with some of the EQ settings. You can really, I think, surprise yourself with what you can get for it.
Nice.
So, yep, that's that. So back over to you.
Yeah.
These are Edifier, but it's kind of like
are they though?
It's like a sub brand.
Yeah. So these are the most un-Edifier looking earbuds I could have imagined from Edifier.
Yeah.
So this it looks like a sub brand they have called HECATE.
Yeah, it looks like HECATE.
Yeah, HECATE.
Which some very quick Googling tells us she was a goddess.
Yeah, of magic and other maybe not great things.
The night, light, ghosts,
necromancy,
witchcraft.
Yeah. So, anyway, these are gaming earbuds.
These don't look spooky.
They do not look spooky. They look futuristic. They are definitely maybe cyberpunk influenced.
Yeah.
They're great. They're phenomenal earbuds. They give you everything you expect from Edifier. They are comfortable. They sound fantastic. They have good battery life. Since they're gaming, they have 60 millisecond ultra low latency. So you're going to not have any kind of lag or anything like that. They hit all the check marks.
Yeah.
You know, they're these right now, price wise, are anywhere from $130 to $150, kind of depending on where you check. But I love these things. I when I first saw them, the carrying case is kind of like this metallic gray, and then it kind of opens with like Lambo doors.
Yeah.
And then you pull out these little earbuds that are kind of a little trapezoid kind of design. They fit in your ear very snug. They're comfortable and they're really light. So in extended listens, because that's, headphones, we've seen so many different designs, so many different sizes, all these different things. What it really comes down to is they have a battery life. And okay, if it's a good battery life, these ones, let's see here. What is the battery life on these?
While I look that up, I will also point out I'm looking at Amazon. And as of today, they normally list for $145 or $149. You can add a 30% coupon. So doing a quick math here, when you get to the shopping cart, you're looking at about $105.
Okay.
Through Amazon as of today. That may be subject to change. So that may color or inform your decision making if you're listening to this, wondering, yeah, these sound great, but I don't know about that $120, $150 price. You can get them for $105. Luke, you're going to twist their arm a little bit and tell them whether or not it's worth any of that.
I think it absolutely is. So these they will give you total playback with noise cancellation off, obviously, because noise cancellation will play into that a little bit. Up to 26 hours, you can get a 2-hour charge in 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to last a long time. They pair with the Edifier Connect app.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting if you've ever messed with that app before. It looks very much like any kind of other sound mixing app that you have with headphones. When you pair the GX07s,
Mm-hmm.
you get this kind of reskin that looks a little bit more cyberpunk and a little bit more gamified. So even the app looks a little cooler.
I was gonna say the screenshot that I'm looking at reminded me of the Edifier app,
Right.
but it seems to have like its own. It looks like the UI of like maybe the Millennium Falcon, or something that would
definitely
be okay.
But so yeah, it has active noise canceling. There is ambient mode. If you so you can make sure you can hear the call for the train stop or anything around you. If you're waiting for somebody to, you can hear somebody call your name if you're waiting for an order or something like that. Like I said, these are very comfortable to wear. I didn't notice any kind of ear fatigue in the physicality of them. And they sound great because with that Edifier Connect app, you can really control the sound you're getting.
So design-wise, a lot of the earbuds come down to either their little beans, or they've got that kind of like hair dryer
stem kind of thing.
Yeah, like a Q-tip design. This is a little different. I would say it leans a little bit more towards that stem, but it's got a different kind of feel to it. It's kind of angular and more in line with the carrying case.
Yeah.
It feels like the whole brand is like a whole thing.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of robotic, cyberpunk, maybe transformer-y.
Yeah.
It's definitely looks like something you would see from a gamer.
But they're not heavy though.
Not heavy at all. They're very light. And these are also IP54 rated.
Okay.
So any kind of dust and some water like splashes, it's not something you're going to take into the pool, not something you're going to be able to like run under the tap if you get something on them to wash them off. But if you're outside and, it starts raining or something like that, you're going to be fine. But yeah, these kind of tick all the boxes for me. And they also have a little bit of RGB lighting too, to kind of tie in with that gamer theme.
Okay.
The case has some RGB lighting, and then on each of the earbuds, there is a little LED light strip that will light up different colors too.
That was my question. I see it in the photo, but I didn't know if that was just a part of the paint or the design.
Nope, those are actual lights. So they come in two colors. They come in kind of this metallic grayish color, and then they come in kind of this bright yellow,
bumblebee yellow
with some red accents on them.
Okay.
But yeah, these I mean, it was Edifier, so I knew that their sound quality was going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And it definitely delivered on that. I was worried about the design and it feeling a little gimmicky, but
right.
I mean, they're honestly probably some of the most comfortable earbuds I've worn.
Well, and the whole case itself also goes in its own protective.
Yeah, it comes with this little kind of snap,
like a
faux leather sleeve where you can put the carrying case in. But even without that, the case fits in your pocket, kind of no problem. And it's definitely one of those kind of statement pieces too. If you have this sitting on your desk, if you open these out in public, people are going to go, what are those?
Yeah. Even the case or the earbuds. I mean, they just kind of they're distinct.
Yep.
And they're the kind of thing that, we see a lot of earbuds here, a lot of headphones, and there's sometimes where they're just so boring and utilitarian.
Right.
And then there's this idea of, for us, we've kind of hit upon where I've got a nephew or a cousin that, I know they're into games or music, and I want to get them some earbuds, but I don't know. Like, these are kind of those gift ideas for somebody who has it all.
Sure.
Or somebody who is into, aesthetics a little bit, or likes to talk about things or have cool, interesting things
definitely
on them. People with flair.
Right.
So
yeah,
these definitely lean into that. I'm looking at some of these photos, and yeah, I'm getting a distinct look from it.
Yeah, they definitely have a look. So yeah, that's them. Those are the HECATE or HECATE by Edifier. The GX07 is the model. And yeah, they kind of have everything that you would want, kind of right in line with the price that you would expect from earbuds like that.
So if you can get them discounted at about $105, would you say?
A no-brainer.
No-brainer.
If you're okay with a look that stands out, that's the key, because they do look different than most earbuds.
Cool. Well, thanks, Luke.
No problem.
Wait.
Thank you.
Okay, now it's time to thank me.
Yeah.
All right, well done. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.